Hi, everybody. I was going to go live earlier, and I have been dealing with stuff from our realtor. We're trying to sell our other house, and I had made these Christmas cards intending to do a class, and then with Thanksgiving creeping up and then having the kids over Thanksgiving holiday, it just didn't happen. So I thought I would go on and show you anyway the cards. They're adorable, and I'm going to have an offer for you if you need to buy, if you're still making cards. If you're still making cards and you would like a way to make a bunch of fast cards, this designer paper and let me find the name of the Christmas and More, Christmas Tags and More is the designer paper. And I don't know why this camera is so close today. Usually it's kind of above my head, but I can actually see the video below me. Okay. It's these. And they just pop out. They're heavy, like they're cardstock. And they, hold on, I'm just trying to get my iPad where it won't turn off. I always have it go off after a couple minutes, but oh, hold on, I gotta turn the volume off. Okay. These are white on the back, and they have adhesive. And you just pop that layer off like that and stick it to your card. The packages come with 6 sheets, I believe. Stick that back in there. So you've got Merry and Bright, 'Tis the Season, Happy Christmas. And they say Happy Christmas in the UK. That's why Happy Christmas is on here. But still, I mean, if somebody told me Happy Christmas, that to me, that's the same as Merry Christmas. So Merry and Bright. And then so you get 2 sheets of that. And then you have one that says Season's Greetings, Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas in different, fonts and tags. So you have 2 sheets of that. And then you have another sheet of Season's Greetings, From Our House to Yours, all kinds of sayings. So you get 6 sheets of that. And then the Tags and More designer paper, you get, there are 36 sheets in a package. And I will show you real quick the pages. So these you could make tags. I mean, these are just adorable. Just cut them. You've got 6 tags. Or you can turn it over and use the cute gingham check pattern. So you have 6 sheets of that. And this is the pack I've been using, so I don't think it has. I've already gone through a couple packs of these. This is a swag, which I got some cards to show you that I made with these papers. And I didn't know what to do with this at first. I thought it was a little odd, the way it was situated, but I made it work. And then that's the back side of that, mistletoe. And then we have an ornament page. And the back of that is just a pale seafoam green. Or mint macaron, I don't remember which one it is. This is a beautiful plaid. I love this plaid. I've used this a lot. And then this is the back of it. And we're going to use it. I'm going to show you how to make, I'm going to show you 6 cards I made. We're going to make one extra, one more different card. And then I'm going to show you how to make a cute little treat box. Like if you have, if you go to the nail salon or you go to get your hair done, the bank, any of those things, or your office, little treats to put on the desk. These are super fast. They work up super fast, and it seems like I'm missing a page in here. But anyway, we're going to continue on. This is the new catalog I wanted to show you. I have ordered the catalogs, and I should have them in at my house probably in a week or so. They seem to be running late. I don't know. All the packages. I ordered a package on the 25th of November, and it still has not come. So I don't know what the holdup is. And I don't think it's supposed to be here till middle of next week, which I think is really bizarre. But anyway, so new catalog coming. And then I'm going to show you the cards that I made. And I'm going to offer you like I said, I'm going to, these are the cards I made. I'll show you those first. So I have this card. Put your greeting in here if you want. And I did not have the ephemera, the greetings when I was making these. So I just stamped or went with my own greetings. So this is Fa La 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 La, and there we've used plaid paper, and I've Wink of Stella several places on here, some of the random leaves. And this paper, oh, I know what I was going to show you. What did I do with the extra paper? The paper includes punch outs, and I have already punched out all of mine. That's what I was missing, was the punch outs. So I took one of the stamp cases, old stamp cases, and I punched out all of my stuff. So you've got candy canes, holly, ornaments, tags that you can layer, a cardinal. Now the joy I die cut out of a paper pumpkin add-on, little add-on product that you can buy. And when you buy the add-on, you have to subscribe or you can't buy the add-ons. But the add-ons will pertain to like 3 kits, like a quarter of a year of kits that's coming up when it becomes available. So it was fall, some of the fall harvest ones, and this one of the Christmas sets. And then we've got stockings, we've got trees, we've got ribbons. So all these punch outs. Here's another ribbon. Here's some more packages that we're going to use later. So all of these punch outs come, you get 4 pages of punch outs to decorate your cards. So that's what this ornament is. That is one of the punch outs. Okay. Card. And then this is stamped. Don't know what I did with the stamp set, but I wasn't going to use it today, so I didn't get it out. Here's another one. I just took 2 of the red stockings, and this is a little layer, a little tag that's in the punch outs, and I just layered my punch, and this is a layered punch. You can't even see it because I put the bow on here, so I probably didn't need to use the red, and then the white, and that plaid. I just love that plaid. And then I did not decorate the inside of that one either. And then this one is the poinsettia and the plaid and the green. And then I've layered that with the garden green on my tag there. And then I have a kit. If you would be interested in the kit, you can get this free. This kit makes these 3 cards, and you can get it free for $40. Just let me know, and the kit's free, and it's yours. Okay, here's the next 3 cards. We have a little soft seafoam green. And I punched those out, or cut those out with our, die cut them with our postage dies. And then I did the same with the inside and stamped it. And then this one is that sheet that I showed you. And the only thing I did here was I stamped Wishing You Joy and then used some of the green gingham paper, a piece of the back of that, and punched out or cut out the side. I don't think I decorated the inside. Oh, I did. May Your Christmas Be Bright. And then I included one of the punch out trees that I used. And then this one used that joy. And here's the swag. I cut it to where it is narrow on this one. And then just used a piece of the designer paper down the side. So if you would like these 3 cards, you can get these also. This kit I have put together for you. And you also get in the kit, you get a whole sheet of the greetings, and you get 3 extra sheets of the designer paper besides the ones that you're going to cut out. But everything is here, your jewels, your ribbon, your designer paper, and your cardstock. So let me know if you'd be interested in those. Those are free with that kit is free with a $40 order from my website. And I had a page I was going to show you. Hold on, let me print it off. If my printer will print. It's so finicky that it's probably asleep. And then I was just going to mention, like, here's all my little punch outs. And all of these are little trimmings. Like when I punched out the candy canes, I have this little border. And when I punched out the little tags, I ended up with these borders. And I save those. And I make them into, let me see if I stuck that in here. I think I stuck it. I thought I stuck it in here. I cut out these little tags, and then I take all those little strips of paper and I just attach them, and it looks like patchwork. I know I put one on a card. I used one to decorate the front of a card. It was one of those swag cards. And then, so see, here's my little envelope with all my little pieces. It's time consuming, but it is fun. Okay, let's get to our card. I've already got everything cut, so this should not take very long. And then I will show you the little treat box, and that's really quick too. So quit yapping and get to it. Okay, my cardstock. My card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Or actually, sorry, I'm used to all my cards being 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It technically it is. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when you fold it, but it's 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. And then you're going to score it at 4 1/4 like normal. And then you're going to have this 1-inch strip here that we're going to use to put our designer paper on. I have to remember how I put this together. Okay, first, this is going to go on the inside, and I don't want it to show here. I don't want it to show, it's this way, sorry. I didn't make one of the cards, I just cut all the stuff out, so I probably should have made one before I... Okay, we're just going to put some glue. The glue allows us to move the cardstock around if we need to adjust it. Okay, let me check. Yep, that doesn't show, so we're good there. Then we're going to layer on this piece of gingham right here. I hate it when they put a design on the back that you like, because you don't want to cut it, but I really like the green and I really like the tags. So okay, so we're just going to center this layer, and this layer is 3 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and then our next layer is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4, and we're going to put it right in the middle here. And I saw this on a website from an Australian demo, and I can't think of her name. I was thinking it was Carly something. Let me see if I still have it up. Oh, I may have closed it out. Oh, nope. Her name is Claire Daly. And this was, I didn't copy it exactly, but it's a lot like hers. Like, she did not use the postage stamp squares, and I replaced my middle image with the candy canes, and I think she had the bells, but I didn't care for the bells too much because they weren't very colorful. So okay, then our next layer is going to be this piece of red cardstock, and it is 4 7/8 by 1 13/16. Those are the little tiny lines between your 1 inch and your 2 inch. And you just count 3 back. From your 2 inch, you count 15, 14, 13, and then that's where you cut. And we're going to layer this on here. See, I hated to cut that, but almost glued the wrong side there. So cold. I hate it. Is it cold where you are? Now see, we just got a tiny little border there. This DSP layer is 4 7/8 by 1 3/4. So it's just a little tiny bit, like probably a 16th. That might be a 16th edge there. And then we're going to glue that on here. Now, if you were going to hand deliver this card, I would definitely pop this up with dimensionals. But if you're going to mail it, since we have so many layers, I would not put dimensionals on this layer. So we're just going to center this between this layer. I think we're about halfway on the stars. Okay. And then we're going to put our center postage square here, and let me grab that off the printer real fast. I still have so much stuff in my office from my whatnot auctions. If you want those kits, and you can get a set if you don't want to make them and you want the whole set already made for you, I would be happy to make them for you and send them to you. And I can do a pretty quick turnaround. So you can get all 6 of the envelopes and cards already put together, 6 for $25.50. And there is my QR code if you want to order to get the kits. You get 3 card kits, a set of 3 cards in your kit for a $40 order on my website. Okay, back to this. And let's get some dimensionals. let's dimensional the doodads and not this. So let's put this on. Let's try to center this. Okay. Then we'll try to line up the second one. And I just cut a second piece of cardstock, the same as this red one, which was 4 7/8 by 1 13/16, to cut my postage stamps out of. That looks like that's about even. Or there might be a little more space. I need to move the first one. Well, it's not going to move, so we're going to leave it. Got a little bit of extra space here, but that's pretty good. I usually don't press down, and I forgot when I did that. Okay, we're going to use a stocking on this side, and we're going to use our small dimensionals for that. I've got a frog in my throat. I got sick right after Thanksgiving. Okay, we're going to stick 2 on there. Don't even know where my take your pick tool is right now. I feel so discombobulated. I don't know why. I guess because I haven't been in my craft room all week. I came down last night for a little bit, but I just haven't felt very good, so. Okay, we're going to pop that one up right there. And then we're going to take our candy canes, and we're going to, I think we can put a big one on that one. And then we'll put a small one down here. Can get these off much better with my take your pick tool. I broke that nail this morning. They're going to hang off of the edge, which is what I wanted. And then the package we'll do a big one on this one, and I only need 1, not 2. Or actually, I think I will glue this one down. When you glue, do not get close to the edge. Okay, there is our big package, and then we're going to take our little package, and we need a small dimensional. And we'll pop that one up. See, most things, if you don't press them down, you can move them, and I think I like that right there. And then, so there's our card, and then all we have to do is add our Merry Christmas. I don't want to bend that. Let me see if I can get my scissors. Yep. I think she had 'Tis the Season on hers, which I liked a lot because it was two rows. So we can put Merry Christmas. We could either center this right here or kind of put it over to the edge. I think I'm going to put it over to the edge. And there's our card. And of course we need some bling. So I'm going to take my Wink of Stella pen. And those are my measurements if you want to screenshot this. Leave it set for just a second. And like I said, if you're interested in getting the kits, a set of 3 cards is free with a $40 order. Or if you think, I don't have time to put them together, I'm too busy, I'm Christmas shopping, working, kids, let me know. I will make the 6 for you and send them to you for $25.50. And then let's color this bow. And then let's see, on the candy cane, let's try coloring the bow here. And that may need some more bling. Let's do the red stripe, the big red stripes. Probably need to put my glasses on. I'd like to give a little shout out to my friend Susan from Texas. She said she doesn't watch many videos because she was a little impatient, but I just wanted to say hi if she did happen to pop on. Okay, and then I think we could use some jewels. Let me grab those. We have 2 sets of Christmas jewels that were in the website. One is called Dear Dots, and they're kind of a matte dots. But I think those are a little lighter than these, so we won't use those. The green, I'm not sure the green would show up. So let's not use the Dear Dots, but these glitter dots would sure show up, and they're called Traditional Sparkling Sequins. They are out of stock right now. They're supposed to be back, I believe, either next week or the week after, the 15th, whenever that is, I believe. This is my take your pick putty end. I just roll it up so I have a little bit of putty sticking out, and then I back it back off so it doesn't keep oozing out. And let's see, where do we want to put jewels? Let's put I think I might use gold. Let's try the small gold. Oh, we could put it right in the middle of that. And then let's try another one. Middle of that bow. And then on our stocking. I don't think we need one on our stocking. But let's just put one here. Okay, so that's done. This was my bonus card. And then you can write, your message inside. Okay, so let's set this card aside. And now I'm going to show you how to make the little treat box. 2 Hershey's Nuggets will fit in these. This one I messed up, so I didn't finish it. Somehow I didn't get my, I don't know, somehow I either had my paper too big or something. But the cardstock, it didn't fit. So we're going to make another one of these. And I already have, oh, and then I'll show you what it looks like when you open it. So this little belly band pops off. And then this little flap just opens up. And you can put, oh, I forgot to glue that. You can fit 2 Hershey's Nuggets in there. And there might be some other candy that will fit in there. The little minis. I need to glue this. This just glues. Don't get too close to the edge. Just drag your glue where you want it if you have to get to the corner. Just drag it over there. Don't. And then this just folds up. Folds over, and then your little belly band goes over it. Okay, so we'll make one of those real quick. I've already done the cutting and the stamping, so all I have to do is color this and punch it, and I'm going to use my, I think it's 3/4 of an inch circle punch, if I can see what I did with it. I keep losing things today. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch, and I've even got it blinged up, I guess. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the little box. We're going to score the little box part, and the little box part is 5.5 by 1.5, and then you're going to score. And when you do your scoring, make sure you're even, like you don't have, you know, like it's not sticking out like this. Take the time now to, you know, straighten it up if you have to when you go to score it, or when you go to use your bone folder. Okay, so this is the box part, and it's gonna come together like that. And then this is the belly band, and it's too big. I just cut a strip off the green paper that was sitting there, but we can trim that down in a minute. And then this is our designer paper, and it's 6 by 2, and then we scored it at 1.5, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, and 4.5. So we're gonna fold those down. Be careful when you're scoring your designer paper, because you can rip right through it with your scoring tool if you're pressing too hard. Ask me how I know. And then with the little plaid one, or the little gingham one that I made, you have to kind of take into account your designer paper on the inside. Mine was the tags, the little 6 tags, and they were going sideways when I cut the paper. So you would want to either try to use a paper that so I either should have cut it, you know, the other way. At least they would be upright. But I really wanted the gingham, so I don't, and I didn't even notice it when I cut it, that I scored it on the wrong side. So okay, so we have this all scored. And the center of the panel, this big panel right here, this biggest middle panel, so it'll even set up like that. That's your middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this. And like I said, this gives us time to wiggle to get it in place, which we're going to need on this. Okay, now I'm just going to take this piece And I'm going to, see, I can see my seam, my fold there, and I can see it right here on the green. You probably can't, but I can see it. So I'm going to line this up. I don't want my box sticking out the side, so that looks like that's pretty good, okay? Now this is the tricky one. Just kind of turn it and take this edge, butt it up to the edge of the one that's, there, and then pull it up. And then these are just going to fold up. We're going to pick, this is going to be our glued, so we're going to glue this. We're going to glue the bottom flap to this little box. My friend in Montana sent me one of these boxes. And I don't have it down here, do I? No, it's upstairs. It was so cold one day. It was too cold to be in my craft room. So I took a little bit of designer paper and some cardstock up and kind of center this. Watch your seams. And you want that to come up, come up. Check your, now I'm going to smooth this down real good. My seam is in the back. Nobody's even going to notice that right there. But she sent me a fall one with fall paper, and it was so cute. And I thought, these would be kind of cute to make. I think I will see if I can make a couple of them. And this is just going to fold down. Now, you could just, if you didn't want to put the belly band on it, you could just close it with some, the little Velcro dots. You could get them on Amazon. I think the package I usually get is... these are 3/8 of an inch, and you just center that and put it there. But we're going to go ahead and put the belly band on this one. The belly band is 1/2 inch by 6, and like I said, I've got it a little too long, but I'll cut it at 6.5 because I wanted it to lap a little more. So I'm just going to hold this here. Now I want my seam in the top, on the top, because I'm going to put my little embellishment on the top of that, and you won't see the seam. So let's see. I may have to cut this because I want that to come to the middle, I think. Okay, that's center right there. So I'm going to kind of pinch that corner right there. Pinch that corner right there. Okay, I'm going to pinch the corner back here. And then pinch this corner. I think my circle will still cover that. Let me look. You'll have to straighten it up so that you can glue it. And I did use glue. I thought I had one of those cut already. Punched already, and colored. I did for an extra. Hold on. I may need to trim this just a little more. I just don't want to see any of that seam when okay, if I glue that like that. Nope, I still have to trim a little more. Should have stuck with my original measurements. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. I don't want that to wiggle around because I don't want the glue to spread where it's not supposed to. I'm going to hold that for just a second. And then we're going to color. I'll lay this on it so it keeps a little bit of pressure on it. I have my markers. I have some dark Old Olive. I'm just going to color kind of the edge of my box. And then I'm going to take my light Old Olive and color the rest in and blend. I don't want to get on the ribbon there. I already did on the bottom a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take my dark, this is Poppy Parade. I could have used Real Red, probably, but I think those markers are upstairs. So we'll make do with what we have. Okay, and then I have my 3/4 punch. I wanted to put words like joy or something, but the punch was, the circle would have been too big. Okay, now we're going to just glue this on our belly band. Cover our seam. Center that. And there you have it. Now, I did see where this design is from Sunny Day Stamping. And when she finished hers, she put a greeting in here. Hers were fall themed, I think, and it said, "So thankful for you," or something like that. So if you wanted to, you could stamp on a white, little piece of white, something, fa la 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 la, joy. I don't know if you have a small enough, you know, greeting, Merry Christmas, you could put that in there. But I didn't think it really needed a greeting. I thought it just needed the little so there's these two are the same. This is Retired, Poppy Parade, and then I don't remember what the name of the paper was. And then this is from the Tags and More. This designer paper is from the Tags and More. And this little package is so cute. I was looking for some small images because I was going to put Joy, like I said, the big, but the Joy, it was too big and it took up most of the front. But on this stamp set, Jolly Delivery, there was a little package, and I thought, oh, that would be perfect. I probably could have also cut one out of the designer paper, but that paper may have not matched this, so I just stamped it in Memento Black, Tuxedo Black ink, and then colored it in with our three colors of the blend markers. These are alcohol markers. Now, we could add bling if we wanted to. I think this bling is probably too big. We can try it. Maybe right where the, oh, well, I guess that would work. I would say you wouldn't want to put it like here, because when you take your belly band off, it's going to hit that. So I think those are pretty cute. Put the glue back. All right, everybody, thanks so much. If you're interested in getting the free card kit, and I will get them out right away so you have time to make them up before Christmas. This is my QR code for my shop, $40, and you get the 3 kits, the 3 cards kit, all the designer paper, jewels, the ribbon. The only thing, I do not do the stamping. I cannot do that. I'm not allowed to. So that's why I gave you a full sheet of the greetings that you can pick what you want and put on there. Or you can, you know, stamp and cut your own if you would prefer. And then I have the other set also, and that's the poinsettia, the stockings, and the ornament. So thanks everybody, and I don't know if I will be on again before Christmas, and if I'm not, I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks everybody. Don't forget to leave me a like, a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, please, and tell me which card you liked the best, or which of the little treat boxes you liked the best. I will have this up on my blog either later today, or it might be Sunday, because I think I will be gone tomorrow, but feel free to check it out. It's at franklystamping.com. Thank you, everybody. Bye.